if you can feel blown away, if you can feel blown away, if you can feel, if you can blow, if you are awake and if you know, if you can be awake, if you are awake, if you do blow or are blown at, are you blown to be awake? And to know that we are awake, we have to also know that we're actually asleep. We're asleep, awake as like zombie spirit, disconnected from the prime source. I'm writing this. Disconnected from the prime source. So I'm writing this out and I'm thinking at the same time. And the prime source is the spirit. It's a ghost. The host of life elements. It's the host of life elements. It's the only true value to word. I'm going to just send it that way. And I say it's the only true value to word because, how can I say it? If there is a God, and I just want to say because everybody thinks there's God and it has to be something that brings everything to unity. So God and David and Jesus and Christ and all these facts to say it doesn't matter what names you give them, the final name is God. The reverse of that is Queen. And the thing about the Queen and what that letter is, what the letter represents, is that in Queen, there's a stopper in Queen. Do you know there's a line, right? There's a line in Queen, and I can take this line, right? Because there's a line that goes right through the Q, right? Like that from the center. And look, it stops. It stops. Here I go, round and round, and I stop. Nobody's nose. On one side of my nose, on the other side of my nose. The area space between the nose. The disconnect. Sometimes that I'm able to feel that my two eyes are like this, disconnected. Not because we're insane, not because we're mentally ill, because the real truth. How can I sell you something that's void? To only help you to progress and understand, but it takes so much time. And what is the value? The value of this understanding is to knowing that the vision of the Omega, God, D-O-G, okay, division, Omega, God, okay, is the bone that he holds between his mouth over here. And he runs, and he can't get through the door because he stops. See, if we put this through the crack in the door, we fill up the door and we breathe from the other worlds. But if we put the bone in our mouth, it stops us from going into that crack, right? The space, the V that brings us into life. Okay, breathe now. And we bring ourselves life. Now, I know it doesn't make at some point, well, what is he saying? I'm trying so hard. I'm just trying so hard, okay, I just want to share that in all of creation and the elements in mathematics, okay, in the final piece of a layman way of tearing apart mathematics so that we can understand that all I want to know is, hey, I got something here, and hey, I got something over here. That's what I want to know. And at the end, the guy's going to say, well, that's fine. This is the way we do this, and they give it a name. Well, what happens if I stood 1 mile away from my house, and I went all the way around? At what point have I created the 360? I went 30 miles going all the way around, and then I came home. 30 miles. So what I'm going to tell you is that I'm going to tell you that 123 times 47 according to games, because I know if I win all 4 games, I get the season pass to this. I don't have to play all 7. You know what I'm saying? And basically, it's the quarterfinals, and the winner goes to the semifinals, and the winner goes to the finals. You win the qualifying round. First, you play the season to the qualifying round. Then you make it the qualifying round as your thumb, and you make it into the quarterfinals, which brings you into the semifinals, which brings you into the finals. Either you're first, you're second, or you're third. You didn't need the qualifier before, but even in the Olympics, they do the same thing, and then they put you up on the podium. I'm just trying to say that there is another world out there, and we have to understand why we they say sacrifice yourself. And sacrifice yourself in honor of still being able to live life, because that's what I still think our desires are there, that everybody wants to have a certain freedom for the self and say, ah, it was a good life, or ah, it's a good life, and not be the richest one on this planet. And I know, because of numbers and games people play, in the relationship of their mathematics and how they link in numerics, and all the way down towards the church, the planets in the sky, the size, the moon phrase, the earth, time, 360 degrees, forget about the extra days, 360 for 360, throw all the rest on the side. We already know that it takes another 70. It takes 70 years, okay, and 2 to make 360 degrees. Okay, so we know after 70 years and 2, we've made the whole turnaround. That is the cycle. Times 4 is 288, plus the first year to begin is 360, 288 and 72, which is 1.25 multiplied by 288, which is 144, 1440, which is the number of minutes in a day, which is 24 times 60, and they split that up into half days, and then quarter days, and then third days, 180, which is halfway around, and you can't even go halfway around because you're starting less than halfway around. You can't go from the doors. You're not going out again. So this passageway is blocked, so the eyes will know. So what you see, and thank you very much, Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. There's just, we can go on and on when I'm in the realm and I can do it. I can follow that flow, but for now, I think you understand. Thank you for watching. Coming to you from the house of paint. Thank you.